As the New Zealand government intends to reduce the carbon emission by 2010, I'm at the middle of the Midland Park right now in Wellington City. With me is Nick Potter, one of the organizer of Eyes Wide Open campaign. So Nick, how this campaign started?
It's basically because this is a really big important year for climate change, and New Zealand really needs to demonstrate a leadership role with the upcoming climate change negotiations at Copenhagen. And there's been a lot of concern recently that the target which the government has set isn't really sufficient enough for New Zealand to be a leader on climate change. And the idea of Eyes Wide Open is that we've got to keep the wool from being pulled over our eyes, meaning keep looking at the opportunities and the benefits from action on climate change rather than just looking at the costs. Because if we keep looking for costs, we're going to find the costs. If we start looking for the benefits and the opportunities, we'll find the benefits and opportunities. So that's the key message of this one.
Is this the starting for another event aside from this one? Do you any plan?
No other events planned at this stage. This event was just planned in about 2 days, just through the internet and social networks. So it's quite impressive that we could organise something so quickly, both in Wellington, Auckland and Dunedin and other little centres in New Zealand. And it'll be really interesting to see how many people took part in those places too. So there'll be more happening later this year. At this stage we don't know what it will be though. We're basically just creating it as we go. Again, it's the idea about us choosing where we're putting our attention and what we're looking for. So if we're looking at climate change merely as a threat and a problem and a cost to our country, then that's a really negative attitude to have. So the idea is that if we keep our eyes open to the opportunities, we can actually find the positive things that this challenge actually brings to us. And so the idea of Eyes Wide Open is merely keeping our eyes open to the opportunities.